Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak. This is Rehan from mysticmedicine.com. I'd like to give everyone who has fasted this Ramadan 5 tips on what they should be doing after Ramadan. As anyone who's fasted the month of Ramadan knows, it takes a little bit of time to acquire the ability to go long stretches without food. But there's huge health benefits to that, as research is now showing. There's something called intermittent fasting. We've posted a number of articles on this topic on our site as well as our Facebook page. And I'd like to include a link at the bottom of this for a book written by actually a non-Muslim who identifies 2 days a week as the perfect number to fast throughout the year to reverse numbers of illnesses and help your sugar levels and lose weight, maintain good body weight. It's called the fast diet. But it happens to be based on a recommendation that our Prophet ﷺ made of fasting 2 days a week. So one of the things I'd like to recommend after this Ramadan is for everyone to maintain 2 days a week of intermittent fasting. Tip number 2, just like we recommended in Ramadan, the importance of maintaining a small amount of exercise, it's equally, if not more important, to be exercising throughout the rest of the year. For the rest of the year, the intensity can be a lot higher because you have more access to more energy in the day. But exercise is actually a discussion in itself, so I won't go too far into it. If people are interested, we do have a course on called Get Fit that goes through an exercise program, but it can actually be anything. You need to find something that's suitable for you and that you can maintain throughout the year consistently, that maintains your stress levels, it helps you sweat, gets your blood circulation going. But the importance of exercise cannot be underrated. Tip number 3 is what you're putting now back into your body after a period of detoxing. In detox, a lot of your fat stores are turned around, so you end up losing a lot of fat and bad unhealthy fat that's in your diet that can influence inflammation and other problems. So now that you're reintroducing it, you don't want to go back to that unhealthy fat, such as hydrogenated oils. One of the main things you could do is switch to a healthy cooking oil, which is olive oil. And tip number 4 is the amount of vegetables that you're having. Of course, in Ramadan, we had already recommended to have a lot of green, colorful vegetables. That benefit needs to be maintained throughout the year because vegetables is where you get a lot of antioxidants, a lot of fiber, and a lot of other nutrients that you can't get from processed foods. So stick to having a high vegetable intake of a good variety of different colors, especially the leafy greens, and cook them in all forms of all sorts of ways, from fermentation to boiled to steamed, as well as you can use it in curries. These are all things that you have to learn because if you're going to be switching your diet into eating healthy with things like olive oil and vegetables and all the other things that are important in maintaining good health, then you have to come up with creative ways on how to enjoy your meals. And the last long-term change to maintain after Ramadan is having foods with lower glycemic index, or ones that release their sugars slowly. We have a lot of carbohydrates in our diet in general in the West, and that's one of the central harms that is identified as causing obesity as well as faster aging and a whole array of other health problems. So one major change would be to decrease the amount of carbohydrates and acquiring our energy through sources that are filled with nutrients and are not empty calories. Whole grain carbohydrates definitely does that, but also decreasing them slightly and substituting it with vegetables and healthy proteins and these things. So as a quick review, intermittent fasting, exercise, healthy oils, increasing vegetables, and decreasing carbohydrates to a low glycemic index. These are all things that I hope everyone will be able to benefit from this short video. But if not, you can always continue by taking the course, our Coming to the Kitchen course, which was wildly successful just in the beginning of Ramadan when we launched it. As a special gift for Eid, we've decided to open it once more, this time not just for 24 hours, but for 72 hours, because not only did we get a great response, but a lot of people actually ended up missing that small 24-hour window. So if you'd like to sign up, then follow the link below and have a wonderful Eid with your families. Assalamu alaikum.